Hasta la vista, baby.
Sunday night flight.
Hey, welcome back, Game Replays. Here we are. Do you guys hear me out there? Alright, I think we're live. This is AmiPolizeiFunk. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Sunday Night Fights. We are here to bring you contender bout number 3 between Contador, otherwise known as Tomitoma, and KoreanArmy. The winner of this will go on to face our new heavyweight champion of the world, Siberian Platoon. But before we get to the festivities and the fighting, I would like to welcome to the show for the first time on Sunday Night Fights, TychoCelchuuu! What up?
What is up, Game Replays? I'm happy to be back, and hello to everybody watching in the future and now.
And of course, joining him and me tonight will be Biosparks. How are you doing, friend?
I'm here as always, and just ready to get on with this show. I mean, two guys at the top of their games, really high skilled, and what else can we ask for in a contender bout? I just can't wait to see who goes on to see if he can take Siberian off his champion pedestal.
Yep, see if he can strip the champ from his belt. The winner of this, that actual next title fight won't be until January because we've got 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's. So this is our big December holiday show, our last show for 2011. Tycho, you just did a new shoutcast in the replay section. You are like one of the old timers in Game Replay shoutcasting. It's really great to have you on. What inspired you to come back to COH?
Well, it was a mixture of really wanting to just cast some games, and COH is right there. There's some great replays up, and I wanted some old-school real-time strategy action, and you just can't get better than COH for that. I guess StarCraft 2, but that's not really my cup of tea, so I think nothing has really surpassed COH, and I'm so glad to see that there's still a community around and still games to cast. Still fun to be had in something that's getting kind of old, but still amazing.
Most definitely. We're 5 years in, and we still love this game dearly. Have you played some? Have you done some 1v1 and so forth on this still relatively new patch? I mean, it's been out for a couple months now, but...
Yeah, I played a few games just before I casted because I didn't want to go in completely new. Did not get my butt entirely kicked, but that's because I'm not very high rank in the first place. It's, it's the same as it's always been. I like the new balance changes they made. I can't quite remember any of them, but reading over the patch notes, I was happy. It's nice to see Relic hasn't completely given it up. Fixing the 5% bug was pretty big, and I'm pretty happy with the state the game is in. Obviously, the OF factions, everyone's got issues with them, but things could be much worse, and they have been much worse, and, it's a great game. I'm thrilled with it.
Yeah, I think most people agree that this patch is the best balance that there's ever been, so... luckily, you've got your man Biosparks here to back you up if you have any questions about the details. This guy knows the game inside and out. He's our star analyst, so you and I will take turns casting with him. But right now, I would like to introduce the fighters for tonight. If NTD will show us that fight card once again, he's all set up. Thanks, NTD, for sending, by the way, our star cameraman. And here we see Contador and KoreanArmy. Biosparks, can you give us a little introduction to these two players?
Well, let's start off with KoreanArmy. I mean, not many people know him. He sort of blasted onto the scene in that last tournament. He got knocked out by Freestyler, but, he was one of those guys where he was just destroying people. I mean, in fact, he actually beat Siberian 2-0 in that tournament as well, which is, something that Siberian may keep in the back of his mind if he goes through to face him, so... He's clearly a really great player. He's got like impeccable micro skill, really high commands per minute. So yeah, he's a very meticulous player with heavy infantry strategies mainly. And obviously everyone knows Contador. He's won several 2v2 and 1v1 tournaments and has placed quite highly in several more, second and third places as well. Quite notorious for using strafe a lot. But even though, he's still a really good player. And at the end of the day, it's just two really high-ranked players that are just going to go head-to-head. And I couldn't really say who is going to come out on top. I mean, there's a lot of discussion about whether KoreanArmy was going to use opposing fronts factions and you know, how Contador isn't too good against those, but we'll just have to see how the series plays out to answer that question.
Well, all 4 factions are available to players. We've seen previously in the last 3 SNFs that depending on the map and the position and who's leading on VPs or what, like various players have picked OF factions in various situations. So they're a big part of this Company of Heroes, and they're a big part of SNF. And I'm curious to see how other players use the factions in other ways. I mean, no single game has been a repeat of the other this far in Sunday Night Fight. So once again, big shout out to Relic for providing sponsorship for this, and of course GameReplays.org. I'm going to let you guys take it from here, and I'll be back for Game 2. But good luck, have fun in Game 1, and I'll be watching from the sidelines. Take it away, guys.
Alright, so I'm going to be watching from Chungwoo Park is the name of Korean Army, and he is the United States in this match on Samoa in the Dawn, so I will take his side.
And I will take the place of Epsilon Contador, who would be the Wehrmacht. So we are paused at 5-second mark, and is everyone else good to go?
Let's do it!
Alright, so we are paused at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the most standard of build orders from Contador, just the Wehrmacht quarters and Pioneer.
Yep, and we've got a barracks right off the bat from Korean Army, not going for any 4E strat or anything like that, just gonna get his rifleman out fast enough, but he does have a second engineer squad, which should give him the capping power to get all these points right near his base, which is very important on Samoa. Can't leave those for too long. They're plus 10s.
Yeah, I mean, these two players have never played each other. I'm not sure if they met on ladder, but as far as official events go, these guys have never played against each other, so I'm not sure if these guys are just going to use Game 1 to size each other up, like what sort of strategies they're going to use. Because, I mean, if you don't know too much about your opponent, most players will stick to something conventional. They don't want to try something too out of the box unless, you know, they just so happen to have a build order that hard counters you. So we're going to have to see if what these guys do. I mean, Contador's opening with machine gun first, so he might follow up with a bike just now.
Yeah, interesting thing, right after he built his barracks, he retreated his engineers for Korean Army just to get that slightly, like, half a second, quarter second faster to those munitions behind his base, you know, because he retreats back to the HQ, then runs up, you know, every single second counts, and you gotta always have this sort of stuff in the back of your mind when you're playing, because, you know, eventually you'll have to get those engineers to the front lines, maybe try and flank that machine gun, and just a quarter second more, and you get around behind them, knock them out. That's where the pros surpass everybody else. It's those little things.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see Korean Army in various stages of the game. He's very meticulous in things, in the way he plays the game. Like that little example you just talked about there is just one way that he always tries to find more efficient ways to do something, and you'll see that in, especially his flanking. Like, if he manages to go for a bar strategy, we'll be in for a retreat, because his infantry playstyle is so aggressive that he'll just be flanking from everywhere across the map.
Fantastic. And yes, you were right, we do indeed have a bike out to follow the MG, and really aggressive play with the MG. He's crossing this bridge over into the opponent's territory.
Yeah, I wonder what he's going to try here.
Too. Yeah, I guess he's just trying to keep the engineers busy. By pushing them, they can't take a shot at the motorcycle. You gotta be really careful, those motorcycles don't have much health, so if you get close to engineers, they actually rip you up in not too much time. But he pushed them around, and they couldn't fire at him, so that let his MG set up and forced the retreat.
There's some pretty aggressive capping as well by Korean Army. He could go for this plus 10 fuel just outside the Contador's base. I mean, he's seen the machine gun on the other side of the map, so obviously this machine gun that's just popped out is probably going to come here to defend it, and it's a good read by Contador because he saw that rifle in that aggressive position, so this rifle should be in for a nasty surprise if it goes for the fuel.
Yeah, definitely great play by Contador, managing a balance of the aggressiveness and the defensiveness. This second MG set up right outside his field catches his rifleman, just like you were saying. So he's set there, but you see he's also moving right through the middle of the map with his motorcycle and this other MG. And this is not easy to pull off, right? You can't just move these people around. You got to set up your MG if you want it to do any damage. So wonderful job by Contador catching Korean Army's units right here and really chewing up these riflemen both in the north and the south. I'm not sure why Korean Army is sticking around so much because he's really getting hurt.
There is another rifle coming from behind. Oh, quick time sync. We're at 3 minutes and 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So yeah, that rifle was basically just there, and it was about to flank, but then I think the fact that the bike was free, could go for the push again. So, Korean really wants to get this flank off him. He's coming in with 4 guys on one squad, and this one is at full health, and Contador's going to jump into the house, it seems. Or maybe not, he's just going to pack up.
Yeah, I don't know, so much stuff going on, I can't even know what to watch. Up in the north, we got Pioneers pushed off by these riflemen, but now the Fox Grenadiers are coming in with machine gun backup, and down the south, I'm not sure Korean Army was fast enough to notice these Pioneers that set up these mines on the other side of the bridge. They didn't move for a little while, so 2 of them were stacked on top of each other. You can always tell your opponent has laid mines because the engineers at Pioneers will be standing like right on top of each other. There'll be like one person, ooh, nice grenade, and boom, yeah. Engineers down. He didn't see the mine. He didn't see the Pioneers stacked on each other, so he loses that engineer squad. Nice coup for him. Nice coup for Contador, although his MG almost died to that grenade.
Yeah, surprised that machine gun was on a slither of health. I mean, a bit of focus fire may have... the suppression that the machine gun managed to get on the rifle just before it threw the grenade pretty much saved its life. You don't see machine guns escaping with that sort of health very often.
Yeah, and even though he got out, which is always good, it's going to cost quite a bit of money to reinforce him, and it's going to take time too. Machine gun guys are like really expensive. Why, they cost like 50, 70 or something to get them back? It's like really bad.
Ooh, the reinforcement cost is about 37, I think, off the top of my head.
37. Maybe I was thinking of the United States or something, but yeah, fights going on all over the map. Really impressed by both these players keeping things going, and I would say Korean Army has the upper hand, at least in terms of resources right now, although he's down a bit on VPs, but if you look at map control, doing pretty well in terms of what he's capped.
Yeah, now that Contador's seen that first grenade, he's always going to be on his toes with the machine guns and the bolts and the bike, so any way he can afford to... oh, actually, this looks bad, this 3-way flank that's coming in now, especially with grenade.
Really nice jump here, although good job not setting up that machine gun. He's kept it mobile the entire time, so he's able to reposition and not get completely trapped by these riflemen. Now he's actually pulled back, and with his second Volksgrenadier squad, I think he's going to be able to set up some sort of defense if he can get the machine gun set up, but Korean keeps on moving. He's so wily, can't get pinned down. And yeah, I think the Wehrmacht's just going to get forced completely off here unless he can pull something out of his hat.
Yeah, this is really good because the fact that he has grenades means that Contador can't actually stop moving, and obviously, as you know, the cunning 8Ks that the Volksgrenadier has and the machine guns need to be stationed.
Machine gun all the way on the right opens up and only gets one. Oh, now it's firing. Yeah, very nice pin by Contador here. I didn't think he could pull it out, but that machine gun from the right came from nowhere, and oh, here comes a grenade. Yeah, nice job by Contador. Really pinning down these riflemen. I didn't... Yeah, he just came in from both sides, got his machine gun set up outside of grenade range from the riflemen, and forced the Americans off. So, kind of a draw there. Most of the Volksgrenadiers forced off, but most of the riflemen forced off too. Very interesting. Oh! Pio squad down. Repairing, because they take extra damage. That hurt.
Yeah, I mean, once the rifle got into the house, should have stopped the repair immediately. I mean, 200% extra damage at that. I mean, they were on a slither of health as well between 2 guys. Just looked like 2 headshots by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's weird. Normally the motorcycle has such a high threat priority that any enemy units will fire at it over anything else, but I guess when you repair, you jump up to the top of the shoot me list or something, because those Pioneers just got wiped out immediately, completely ignored the motorcycle. So that's odd.
Map control doesn't seem too great for Contador, but as we all know, Wehrmacht only needs to cling on to a few things in the early game to start getting their tech out. But I mean, this is a really long tier 1, and we have 2 Volks, 2 snipers, 2 machine guns, and a bike. I don't know, this looks like the composition for a normal tier 3 play, but Korean Army has gone for the supply yard, so that indicates a motor pool at some point. Will the tier 3 get up in time? We'll have to see.
Yeah, I don't know. Here comes the motor pool right now. So how much fuel is Contador hanging out with right now?
He's got a really good 130 fuel at the moment, but actually have been... Oh, he's only just starting making skirmish phase. This could actually be pretty devastating if the motor pool finishes and the M8 is out.
Yeah, especially if he hunts down these 2 snipers now. We got both snipers hanging out near the middle VP. One thing is that this match has been incredibly bloody so far. We've lost 2 engineers for Korean Army and a pioneer for Contador, and that's only the stuff I've counted. Maybe even other stuff dead too. And normally you see, I think, slightly better unit preservation, but they've just been fighting so much that everything's dying. And the motor pool is now up, so we'll see what pops out. Only 20 fuel, though, for Korean Army.
Yeah, skirmish still isn't finished. It's just about to finish just now, but even then, he is still 100 manpower short of getting tier 2 up. So, yeah, I think this might be a really bad late tier 2 if the M8 comes out. I mean, it's going to have a total free reign. I don't see many. There's a few mines going around. Actually, no, Contador does have a few mines. He's got one in the main causeway, one on the flank around the middle. But the thing I'm most worried about is his actual base. I mean, most aggressive players just like to walk into your base with an M8 and suddenly, you can't get any packs out.
Yeah, and then they pop a mine right in front of your HQ, and you gotta retreat into it, and you don't have a choice. And we do have the M8 coming out, so yeah, he's gonna have to rely on mines and Fausts until he gets his heavier stuff out, and we'll have to see how that works for him.
And still no tier 2 building actually being made, so I'm not sure what Contador's doing though. I mean, no tier 3 is being researched yet. He's at 340 manpower, so he can get something. He's on 2 CPs, maybe he can get some stormtroopers, but with the amount of mines he's just been laying, yeah, I mean, he's just used up a good, 100 munitions on mines.
And now, right on cue, we have a minesweeper from Korean Army coming in south of the middle VP, and he's seen one of the mines, he's seen 2 of the mines, but of course the snipers are here to protect him. But at least he revealed them, so he knows where they are now. He can roll them.
Ooh, the minesweeper goes down as well.
Yeah, bloody match so far. And armored skirts on this M8. Here it comes to say that, no, you knew there was a mine there. What'd you do? Yeah, he's laughing at himself. Oh, if he loses these riflemen on the retreat, that's just going to be a bad word. But they're fine. Goodbye. And another mine
grenades
goes off.
on
What
mine.
was that? Oh, very nice. Yeah, see, that's what you do when you see the mines. You don't walk into them, you throw grenades on them.
Yeah, 25 for 25 is an equal trade.
Yes, plus it makes a pretty crater. Alright, so we don't have the machine gun going up on the M8 even... Oh, now we do. He has the munitions. He's also floating 400 manpower, so we'll have to see... I guess he's leaving himself open for what he wants to buy. He can either get something else out of the motor pool, like another M8, or he's possibly thinking about some sort of infantry, and I guess we have tier 2 going out for the Wehrmacht.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty late one. I mean, tier 2 at... was going to finish at about 11 minutes and 30 seconds, I think, if I time it perfectly. But, that is a really late tier 2, and I'm surprised, the mines have saved him. And once you see a few mines going down, an American player would be like, okay, well, one mine equals a destroyed engine most of the time on my M8, and Faust equals dead, so... I guess that's just bought him time to get those packs up.
Yeah, definitely, and in fact we do have a back tech to a weapons support center from Korean Army. I was thinking about mentioning that when I saw he was floating so much manpower, because that's another way to deal with the snipers. He's buying a counter sniper right now, so as opposed to getting a Jeep, which would probably become obsolete once something pops out of tier 2, he's just going back to a sniper and hoping to pick off these counter snipers. But that's super dangerous when your opponent has 2 snipers and you got 1, especially since they've been running around like best friends forever since the beginning of the match, so... They will never depart. Ooh, flamethrower upgrade.
Yeah, Sniper Wars it's like a game of deception. I mean, usually, especially when I'm playing Wehrmacht, I like to scout the base with a bike just to see if there's any weapon support up, but then you can just keep on shooting whenever. But obviously, since Contador doesn't have that information, he has the advantage that he has the bike for vision, but even though, the fact that the surprise factor is still there for the counter snipe, so he still has to be careful.
Oh, he has to be really careful. Both of his snipers revealing themselves right near the M8, which has been firing at that mine that he knows is there, but missing the entire time because you cannot really target. But yeah, here we have the Pak-38 setting up, and it's boom, rear hit on the M8, half health. That's in trouble.
These snipers may be in some trouble here.
Yeah, we'll see. No MG. Oh, there's an MG in the back. Oh, they retreat and pull out of there because there's the... Oh, riflemen grenade themselves, I think, but didn't take any damage from it. That's nice. I want one of those grenades that doesn't hurt me. That would be great for practical jokes if you had a grenade that didn't hurt, like, friendly people. That way you find out who your real friends are.
Looking at the map, Territory, I mean, 3 VPs in the favor of Korean Army, like those VPs are taking down. Remember, it's important to remember that it's a best-of-5 series, and if it goes to 5 games, the VP leader does choose faction, so that could easily turn the whole series around for you, having the faction choice in your favor. But it looks like Contador is like creeping up. He has a pack in the outside of his base and one in the north, so he's well prepared to deal with any M8 sort of pressure, and obviously Volks are around for the Faust as well.
Yeah, definitely classic sort of creeping forward tactics from the Wehrmacht here, and interesting that the United States isn't pinning him in as aggressively as he could be trying to. He seems to be more hanging back. He's got some stuff in the middle. Oh, now he's got a mortar out, so I guess that's going to go for a more traditional Samoa sort of pin stuff, and he's setting up these sandbags. So we'll see if the American can get his defensive position in place before the Wehrmacht line inexorably moves forward and encompasses everything that is there. He's going pretty slowly now.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, I like this wire placement that Korean's doing around this VP. Like, he's going to make it as hard as possible, and he's laid a mine there as well. He really just wants to hold on to these VPs, and if Contador wants them, he's going to basically make them go through hell just to get them. And where is this counter sniper? It's just sitting there and wait by the truck.
Yeah, this is looking kind of bad for the Wehrmacht. He doesn't really have the income to come back real well. Although, if he takes out this M8, that would be nice. It's at half health already, and Pac 38 firing at it. Way to miss, Pac 38. Oh no, he reveals the sniper. This could get ugly. Or not. Yeah, American moving in. Good job with that M8 disrupting that MG crew. It was pinning those riflemen. Now they can move in. Oh, this is crazy. Look at that. Gunner killed from the Faust. Riflemen run into a mine. Engineers try and flame. Oh! The sniper goes down on the retreat. I don't even know what killed him. M8 goes down. Pac 38 managed to refocus itself. Engineers pulling out there. Riflemen gonna have to pull out their grenade. Goes in on the Pac 38 decruiser, but it doesn't matter. We have a half-track there. It's gonna reinforce everything. Machine gun goes down, doesn't matter. Half-track gonna reinforce everything. Oh, machine gun does not go down. One guy left. Wow, that was a crazy engagement. Who would you say came out on top of that thing? M8 down, sniper down?
Well, in fact, Contador lost 2 snipers there. I mean, the grenade, I have no clue. Like, you see the crater by the pack of the grenade, and somehow it just killed a sniper as well. I have no clue how the blast radius killed that, but yeah, Contador wasn't too happy with that. I think Korean Army is... Any engagement that kills 2 snipers, yeah, that's definitely a big win.
Although he is making lemons out of lemonade, salvaging the wreck of that M8 for whatever munitions he can get out of it. So I guess the lesson here, guys, is when you purchase grenades at the barracks, make sure to upgrade the sniper-seeking grenades, because those are really good. Those will get a sniper kill for you. And I guess we do have bars, I guess, on the rifleman upgraded at some point. We got sticky bombs coming out, and he chose infantry a while ago, so we're just waiting to call in rangers once he gets the manpower.
And Contador just now has chosen to go Blitzkrieg, and he's got the stew unlocked, and he just needs another 100 manpower to call it in. And that, stews are pretty devastating this patch. I mean, they used to cost 600, now they're 500, and they come with CP earlier. So, yeah, stews catch quite a lot of players by surprise, especially if they have no dedicated AT out, which obviously... he has motor pull, so he can make an AT gun if he sees it, and Sticky wants to stall until then. But, you know, if you group up your rifles against stews, that is one risky job.
Yeah, he's going to really have to work those sticky bombs to make it work. And here's the stew coming out right on time, and it looks like chat is telling us that only 1 sniper died. And indeed, I do see 1 sniper hanging around Mr. Motorbike, so he only lost 1 sniper there. I'm not sure what killed it. I think it was the engineers just firing a little bit right as he returned. Ooh, Motorbike finally down. And we have this half-track driving around. It's had, I guess, Volksgrenadiers or Grenadiers in it the entire time, and he's using it as a mobile fire platform going around. So many engagements going on. It's tough to see what's going on. Great job, Contador, picking up his MG and retreating it right as these riflemen are moving in before they can do too much damage. We have double vet on those riflemen, and still throws the grenade. There's nothing there, but they targeted it 10 minutes ago. And he fired, and, oh wow, mortar hit lands right next to the sniper. Half health on the guy. He has to watch out. Oh, this is gonna get ugly for the Wehrmacht. He's getting closed in by riflemen and mortars from every side. Although I guess he can just run away in the half track. If he doesn't, it gets sticky. Here's the sticky bomb. Oh no, that might hurt really bad. Okay, enemy unit down. Something just died. Oh man, look, there's so much. What is going on? Pack 38D crude. He's got to hop out of the half track. That thing can even get killed by bars if I get enough hits in on it. And Stu does manage to fight off that rifleman squad only after taking a damaged engine. Oh, half track is gonna go down. Sniper gets out of the half track right before it dies. Can he cloak? Can he retreat? Get out of there, Sniper. Focus on the Sniper. He's gonna die. He's gonna. Yeah, wow. Nice job getting the snipe on the Sniper. That's going to be a lot of extra XP for that United States guy and let him vet up. Although I guess it would have made sense to give the Rifleman the XP too. Did he just kill 2 of his own Volksgrenadiers with a Stu shot? No, those were Riflemen.
And this Stu is in trouble. So many... Vet 2 Sticky Bomb is, like, so, like, dangerous for critting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's getting some real hits on those Riflemen, and they're too afraid to push it all the way, and I think that's probably the right choice. Especially with these Pioneers and the machine gun coming up, it would have been a bit of a risk to try and take that thing down with sticky bombs. I'm not sure, even with a Vet 2, whether 2 of them would have done enough damage. And we do have an AT gun out by the Americans, so this is a really interesting game so far. Still looking pretty good for the United States, but Wehrmacht really coming back, especially now that he's bought a second Stu, so this could get really ugly if Korean Army was not floating 570 manpower and 80 fuel, so he can buy whatever he wants to counter this sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, Contador's in a really bad position right now. I mean, he's lost 3 snipers in total this game. That's a lot of manpower, and the fact that now that Korean Army actually has his own sniper, he can actually just snipe whatever he wants until another counter is made. But the fact that he's calling in more Stews doesn't indicate that another counter snipe will be here for a while.
Yeah, and so this mortar team has been firing pretty much the entire game, and it only has 1 kill. I feel sorry for it. I also feel sorry for the United States sniper. 4 kills, 1 of which is a sniper, but not even 1 level of vet. You'd think you'd earn something by killing a sniper, plus 19 experience, but no veterancy, and he's gonna get run over by a Stu. Man, some real resource flooding on Korean Army's part. 650 manpower, almost 100 fuel. He's just waiting to... rifle squad, half its men down to 1 shot from the Stu. But that's okay. AT gun gets some hits in, so they sacrifice themselves for a good cause, and especially with the for the mobile deployment, the rapid deployment in the infantry tree. I'm not sure if that works. Yeah, that works on reinforcement times too, doesn't it? Not just for building units.
Yeah, it does. It like increases reinforcement time like ridiculously fast.
Yeah, so you know, it's 20, 40, 60, 7, 14, 21, 60, 81 manpower to reinforce those 3 riflemen. A little time back at base to recuperate. I think it's probably worth it. Trade it for a couple AT shells on the Stu, weaken it, especially because you can go in with a sticky, hurt it, and then bring some rangers in or something, kill it off. You know, trade riflemen for the health bar on the Stu. No big deal. Plus, every second that they're dead is a second that you're not paying upkeep for those riflemen on the field. The more men you got on the field, the less manpower you're earning per minute. And holy crap, he is floating 800 manpower and 120 fuel. I am scared of what he is going to bust out when he feels like really pushing it against the Wehrmacht.
Well, then Korean Army, he likes to go for like heavy infantry based. I mean, he gets occasionally he gets like a couple of Shermans, but he doesn't usually get a huge number of tanks. He would usually just overwhelm with probably at this point he's probably going to go for like elite infantry with that many. I mean, he can almost afford supply upgrade too. So if he does go for that, it indicates, you know, more rangers, more rifles, and I mean, if he's got a couple more AT guns out as well to stop those Stews. Oh, I hear a Goliath. Here it is by the Volks. So a big push could get nasty surprise as well from that. But if it can go terribly wrong, if the AT gun snipes it as well.
We have a off-map combat group purchased by Korean Army. He bit unlucky draw. He's got a couple HMGs, a AT gun, and a rifle squad, so not the nicest off-map combat group, but massive blitzkrieg going on in the middle. Even the Goliath is along for the ride. He's headed for the mortar squad, I think. Oh no, he's headed for the AT gun. This could get... Oh, what blew that up? Rifle.
Looks like was that a mine?
Oh, maybe it's a mine. I don't know. That big crater could easily be the Goliath, but wow, this is getting brutal. Oh, mortar team must have accidentally set up after packing up. There's no way he meant to not retreat that thing. Stick bomb on this dude. This is a very slow engagement, very bloody engagement. One Stu down already. Oh, fantastic mortar hit! I thought it was a mistake that he didn't retreat, but I think that just took out the squad. Oh man, if that didn't take out the squad, that at least took out enough Volksgrenadiers to pay for itself. And that looks like the end for Contador. He did not like that mortar hit. Yeah,
it looks like that was a convincing win by Korean Army. just goes to show how he is. His American players really looks like he's in a dominating position, and his Vermont isn't too bad from what I've heard. I mean, he doesn't usually play Axis, at least not many replays have been playing Axis, but Semwa is a decent Axis map, so we'll have to see if he manages to carry on a 2-0. Yeah, I can't even talk today. A 2-0 lead. Anyway, have we got the Allies win video? So that rounds up Game 1. We'll be back after a short break and continue the series between Contador and Korean Army. Don't go anywhere.